today's video, I'm going to be talking about several theoretical battles between Sasuke and Gaara. I don't want this video to be an hour though, so I'll go ahead and lay down the matchups I'll be talking about. Round 1 will be them at the Chunin exams. Round 2 will be them during the Sasuke retrieval arc. Round 3 will be them during early part 2, so heavy Sasuke. And round 4 will be them during the Kage summit. After that, I think we can admit Sasuke becomes too powerful for Gaara. So anyway, let's go ahead and start round 1. So I know that we have seen some of this fight, but there were a lot of things affecting it, so the outcome may be different than you previously thought. If Gaara does become the One-Tails, then it's going to be game over. But I'm going to go ahead and say that that's not going to happen in a one-on-one. We saw Gaara try to do this in their fight, and Sasuke was able to injure him with his Chidori, and this disrupted the process. This disruption put Gaara in so much pain that he had to be carried away by Temari. In a one-on-one, he doesn't have this option, and that would leave him completely vulnerable for Sasuke just to finish him off. So I'm not going to consider Gaara's One-Tails transformation, because he will lose if he tries it. Anyway, if we look at their fight during the Chunin exams, we'll be able to tell a lot about how this fight should go. In this fight, we see that Sasuke has copied Rock Lee's taijutsu, along with his speed to an extent. This allowed for Sasuke to get some good hits on Gaara, but this tired Sasuke out and didn't do too much damage to Gaara. It's pretty well established, though, that Gaara's sand was not able to even touch Sasuke. Anyway, once Gaara's sand armor has started to break a little bit and Sasuke started to become tired, that's when Gaara went into his sand ball and to try to do his One-Tails transformation. If he does this, though, Sasuke will win, so we'll assume that he doesn't. At this point, Gaara doesn't have anything else but his basic sand manipulation, so he'll keep doing that. Sasuke would decide that his taijutsu isn't getting him anywhere, so he'll try his Chidori. We saw Sasuke's Chidori cut through Gaara's ball of sand, and this was supposed to be Gaara's strongest defensive position. Gaara needed to be undisturbed during his transformation, so it makes sense that this sand ball is his ultimate defense. Gaara's an overconfident guy, so it's hard to say on whether or not his first instinct would create a ball of sand if he sees a Chidori. I don't think he would, since he thought of his sand as the ultimate defense, and if that's how Gaara reacts and Sasuke wins here, Sasuke's Chidori would cut through his sand and then Gaara's defenseless at that point. But let's say that Gaara does go into his sand ball though, just to play devil's advocate. So this ball of sand will form faster than Sasuke can run over to Gaara, and so Sasuke's Chidori is going to have to pierce through Gaara's sand ball, and we know that it can. It can't do it perfectly though, and it can only draw a little bit of blood from Gaara. This is more important than you think though. When Gaara first saw his blood, he freaked out. We didn't get to see how he truly reacted though, because the pain from stopping his transformation is the reason why Temari had to carry him away to safety. In this scenario though, I see Gaara going on a rampage, but even then he's not going to touch Sasuke. They'll wear each other down some more, and then Sasuke can create his second Chidori. A bloodless Gaara isn't going to create a sand ball though, since he isn't in the right state of mind and will focus just on crushing Sasuke. Sasuke will cut through all the sand in front of him, and that would be it for Gaara. I used a lot of headcanon in Gaara's favor, but I still think that Sasuke can win with high difficulty. I actually mentioned this fight in a video I did a few months ago, where I talked about who would have won the Chunin exams if it wasn't interrupted by Orochimaru. I chose Sasuke to win it against Gaara, but with a little less difficulty, but my opinion has changed some. I still think that Sasuke would win, but just with more difficulty now. Now let's talk about round 2. For this round, we're using the Final Valley Sasuke and the Gaara that fought Kimimaro. The main difference in this Sasuke is that he has a better Sharingan and he can fully control his curse mark now. He also has access to a version 2 curse mark, and this leaves us with the $1,000,000 question. Can Sasuke fly with his stage 2 curse mark? I mean, my boy not only has wings, but he also has got that coral blue on his lips. Okay, I'm sorry for putting that image into your head, but this design is weird and it's unclear on whether or not Sasuke can fly or not. This is important since flying against Gaara would be very beneficial. We never see Sasuke fly though, so I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, Deidara did take out one of his wings and tell him that he couldn't fly anymore, but if Sasuke really could have flown in that fight, then he would have done it before his wing got taken out, because, I mean, Deidara was in the air. So, I mean, Deidara was probably just speculating that he could fly just because he had wings, but Sasuke doesn't really look aerodynamic in that curse mark stage 2. And Also, just a flying Sasuke is just disgusting, so I don't even want to imagine a fight where Sasuke is flying. The main change for Gaara is the amount of sand he can manipulate. At this point in the story, Gaara stopped being an insane insomniac, so his manipulation of sand became much more proficient. He can also use Magna Release, and this should be very beneficial against Chidori. So let's look at what Gaara can do. When he fought Kimimaro, he had a trick where he used a sand shower to distract Kimimaro, and while he distracted him, he immobilized his legs with sand. This should work against Sasuke, but he can get out of it with Chidori. He can use Chidori to cut the sand around his legs to break free, and then after that he would charge at Gaara. Gaara's sand is not fast enough to keep up with Sasuke, and Sasuke's Chidori can cut through any sand that he tries to throw at him. In this situation, he could still use a sand tsunami though, and at this point there's so much headcanon that it's hard to say who wins this. So I don't think that Sasuke can outrun this tsunami because I do have to say it's pretty massive, and if Sasuke is buried by this, I don't see him surviving. Because the main reason Kimimaro survived was because of his Bone Kekkei Genkai and his Stage 2 curse mark. Sasuke only has his curse mark though, and I don't think this would be enough to survive the massive amount of pressure. Then again, this is all headcanon to an extent, and honestly, I don't want to have to pick a winner, but I have to pick Gaara. His Sand Tsunami is just too much for Sasuke, and he just doesn't have anything concrete that would allow him to escape or survive. Now for round 3, not too much has changed for Gaara here. We saw him fight Deidara in the desert, and he had a lot more sand at his disposal there compared to where he fought Kimimaro. As for Sasuke, he improved on basically everything in his arsenal, and he added a few things too. I don't want to dwell on this battle too much because this is the 3rd round and only 2 major things have changed. First off, Sasuke is way faster than Gaara's sand. Deidara is able to react easily and evade Gaara's sand, while when Sasuke blitzed Deidara, his reaction time was not nearly fast enough for Sasuke's speed. So by the commutative property, Sasuke is faster, but I can imagine that there are some counter arguments to this or whatever, so I'll talk about the other major change. Sasuke has Kirin, and this will cut through anything that Gaara has. We already know that Lightning Style can cut through sand pretty well, and when we already know what Kirin's destructive power is like. If Sasuke is ever in a bad position, he can just summon Kirin, and that would basically be the end of the battle. Sasuke is just too fast, and Kirin is superior to Gaara's sand. Now for the final round, we have Kage Summit Sasuke versus Kage Summit Gaara. In this round though, I'm not going to be giving Sasuke Kirin because it'll make it more fair, and Sasuke only used Kirin once, so I guess he wouldn't use it again, but whatever. So the difference with this Sasuke is his Mangekyo Sharingan, of course, but Gaara is basically the exact same as he was in round 3. These two actually fought briefly at the Kage Summit, and Gaara could not even touch Sasuke. Gaara and some of the other people at the Kage Summit tried to attack Sasuke all at once, and the Susanoo was not even damaged by this attack. So essentially Gaara has nothing against this Sasuke, because even if he tries to bury Sasuke, it won't work because Sasuke is too fast for one, and even if Sasuke is caught off guard, his Susanoo can break out of the sand pretty easily. We've seen Madara do this with his Susanoo several times. We did see Gaara pull Madara out of his Susanoo from underneath his feet during the war arc though, but even then Sasuke can use Chidori to cut through the sand that is pulling him. After that, Gaara just can't defend against Sasuke's lightning styles, and this would allow Sasuke to eventually win. In conclusion, the Mangekyo Sharingan is broken, and Gaara's sand is just not powerful enough to contain the Susanoo. Anyway, thank y'all for watching, and if you want to see more videos in the future, then please subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment something if you have something to say, and I guess I'll see y'all next time.